The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. To know is to know that you know nothing. That is the meaning of true knowledge. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. All men's souls are immortal, but the souls of the righteous are immortal and divine. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when thou art in, continue firm and constant. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. Worthless people live only to eat and drink, people of worth eat and drink only to live. No evil can happen to a good man, either in life or after death. He and his are not neglected by the gods. He is a man of courage who does not run away, but remains at his post and fights against the enemy. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. Let him that would move the world first move himself. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. Our prayers should be for blessings in general, for God knows best what is good for us. A system of morality which is based on relative emotional values is a mere illusion, a thoroughly vulgar conception which has nothing sound in it and nothing true. As to marriage or celibacy, let a man take which course he will be sure to repent. The poets are only the interpreters of the gods. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst. He who is unable to live in society, or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself, must be either a beast or a god. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. Republics decline into democracies and democracies degenerate into despotisms. The ideal man bears the accidents of life with dignity and grace, making the best of circumstances. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. Personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. The most perfect political community is one in which the middle class is in control, and outnumbers both of the other classes. Mothers are fonder than fathers of their children because they are more certain they are their own. Youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope. I have gained this from philosophy, that I do without being commanded what others do only from fear of the law. A tragedy is a representation of an action that is whole and complete and of a certain magnitude. A whole is what has a beginning and middle and end. The generality of men are naturally apt to be swayed by fear rather than reverence, and to refrain from evil rather because of the punishment that it brings than because of its own foulness. Rhetoric may be defined as the faculty of observing in any given case the available means of persuasion. This is not a function of any other art. What the statesman is most anxious to produce is a certain moral character in his fellow citizens, namely a disposition to virtue and the performance of virtuous actions. He who can be, and therefore is, another's, and he who participates in reason enough to apprehend, but not to have, is a slave by nature. The beginning of reform is not so much to equalize property as to train the noble sort of natures not to desire more, and to prevent the lower from getting more. Thank you for watching. I hope you support, like and comment. Subscribe to the Famous Quotes channel to receive all new